This
Hi.
conference will now be recorded.
Hi all, good evening. So people are still joining, so we will wait couple of more minutes, then we will start our session. Yes, I think we can start now. So good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining today's training session. I truly appreciate your time and enthusiasm to be a part of this learning journey. And so yeah, let's make most of today's session by actively participating and asking the question and sharing the insights. Okay, so looking forward to product and engaging class together. Yeah, so I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's visible.
So in next 2 to 3 minutes, I'll just quickly recap yesterday's the topics which we have discussed yesterday, because I can see a couple of new faces today, or attendees, so that we all are will be on the same page. Okay. So this is about me. I'm having 10 years of experience. I have worked with the multiple MNCs during my tenure. And talking about my experience with the Tosca automation, I have been working on Tosca automation more than 8 years, and during that, I have worked on automating different application, which covers the web application, desktop application, and API, and SAP as well. So yeah, and I'm looking forward for you guys to get that kind of expertise. Definitely, expertise come with practice, but my goal is to give the basic to advanced level understanding of the Tosca, so that you can start working on the Tosca automation independent. So yesterday we discussed about few guidelines that yeah, I mean, just find a quiet space, log in on time and mute your mic when you are not speaking, stay focused, and participate actively and complete the assignments on time. So this is most important. These are the most important pointers which I am expecting from every one of you to follow. The course introduction, if I talk about the duration of the course, it will be a 30 to 35 days. Okay, and daily 1 hour. We are going to join at 8:30. 8:30 p.m. daily, and this time we will revise based on the availability of maximum people. Okay. From Monday, we will get exact idea how many people are joining and how many are convenient to join at 8:30 or 9:30. Okay. So based on that time, we will decide the timing accordingly. And yes, obviously, we are going to cover from basics to advanced topics. Okay, and please don't miss today's, end of the session. So there, I'm going to demonstrate how we can interact with different applications, how we can generate the reports automatically, and how can send email. Okay, so please don't miss that part, so that these all things are we are going to cover in our upcoming training session. So execute the test cases, then obviously automating the test cases, execute them automatically, generate the report, and then send the email automatically. So end-to-end journey I have automated. So I'm going to demonstrate that as well at the end of the session. And I believe, I hope that particular thing is going to help you to take the decision whether to opt in for this training session or not, because each and everything whatever is industry is demanding nowadays that we are going to cover in this training session. So yes, I would request everyone to stay back till the end of the session and just ask your question if you are having any doubts in it. Yes, 8:30 we are going to start. Mostly it will be a Teams meeting, and the clearing session we are going to have before we start the session for 5-10 minutes, depending on the questions you have. And every day I'm going to call out some interview questions during the session, and that particular means after discussing specific topic, I will call out the interview questions, how to give the answer of those interview questions as well. And at the end of our sessions as well, all the once we complete our training, that time also I'm going to give you guys the complete package of the questions which I have listed down as per my experience and the people who are facing, or the students who are facing the interviews nowadays in the industry. Okay, so that also I'm going to provide. And most of the people yesterday asked about the certification. These are the certifications which we are going to cover. Those all are free of cost. We are you need not to provide any extra cost for this. And also we are going to give you the 60 days of trial license of the Tosca, where you can do your practice. Okay, trial license of Tosca trial license, where you can do the practice. If you want, we will provide you 60 more days license. Okay, 60 or 90 days it will be, depending on the hopefully it will be a 90 days, not 60 days. So we will provide 90 more days of license access for you guys once it is over. And these are the certifications where you will be able to take up the architect certification and consultant, product consultant certification. This will be the learning path. These are the topics which we are going to cover: AS1, TDS1, TDS2, AE1, and API as well. Apart from this, there are too many topics which we will discuss in detail. So AS1, AS2, TDS1, let's not go more deep in this. So yes, these are the some frequently asked questions, whether I need to have some programming knowledge or not. So yeah, obviously, programming knowledge is not required. These are the some advantages why Tosca is in demand nowadays. So okay, till here we have completed yesterday. Do you guys have any question, any doubt, any queries, concern? Please let me know so that we can start today's session.
Shervil, I have a question. So the
Yes.
license you are providing is only for 90 days, right? Not for the lifetime.
No, no, no. It will not lifetime. Lifetime cost is around 3 lakhs per annum. Not
Okay,
again, that is not the lifetime. So 3 lakhs per annum. INR, it is INR.
got it, got it. So
Yeah.
it's
So
for
90 days,
60
it will be
days.
a trial license. Trial license.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah.
Any more questions?
Hi Sharvil, this is Divya.
Hi, Divya.
What type of application you are going to teach us in this training sections like API and
So we are going to discuss web application, which will cover our
okay,
any demo application. Okay. We will also just have the introduction of Salesforce as well, SFDC, salesforce.com. And apart from that, we are going to have the API, okay, and most important is SAP. So these are the applications which we are going to automate. And obviously there are a few more advanced level topics which will cover the TC shell, okay, which using which we can interact with the Tosca commander. TC shell will be there, automatic report generation will be there, okay. And there are, I mean, multiple Excel engine, PDF engine. There are too many uh, advanced level topics. Dex distribution execution also we are going to cover as a part of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Shavul, Naina here.
Fine.
Shavil, actually, I just want to ask one thing. So, whenever they say Tosca automation, SAP will be tagged to that. I mean, most of the time, okay. So, does
Yes.
it mean that we need to have like knowledge on this SAP modules so that Tosca
Yes.
automation will be kind of easy or something? Or is it fine
Yeah.
for the people who have no experience in SAP or even the Salesforce, anything like that?
Um, yeah. So, yeah, understood. If I understood my your question correctly, I'll just recap it. Your doubt is that there are multiple models, SAP FICO, SAP SuccessFactor, or SAP MM, SD. These are multiple models are available. Your di doubt is that whether you want to have basic understanding of functionality or not. Is this my understanding correct? Is my understanding correct?
Yeah, actually, quite like that only because
Yeah.
whenever
So.
they say
Mm,
Tosca, right, SAP will
mm,
be linked to that, or most of the time I have heard. So whenever
mm.
they say Tosca, along with that SAP, SAP will be tagged. Okay, so
Yes.
I just want to know because I'm not from the SAP background. I mean, testers means they can test any kind of
Mm.
application, anything that is different. But for learning Tosca automation, is it compulsory that we need to have the knowledge on SAP modules? Or the Salesforce domain or whatever. We should have those knowledge.
So, yeah. So, most important thing is to have the understanding on Tosca automation. This is what we are going to go, because if you know how to automate any application, so then there will be a no challenge you will face in automating, whether it is SAP or it is web application or anything else. Okay, desktop application as well. So important thing is Tosca only, how much expertise you are having. But as a part of our training session, we are going to cover one module end-to-end flow as well. End-to-end flow, which is nothing but the sales and distribution. Okay. From here we are going to cover how to create the sales order, then outbound delivery, then transferring the order as well, and then PGI, which is nothing but a postcode issue, and then invoicing, okay, billing documents and all. So this journey we are going to cover. And for the entry level, I'm not sure how many years of experience do you have, but in the layman term, if I talk about for the entry level, if you are going to show 2 years, okay, or 3 years of experience, 3 years of experience, then it will be a sufficient if you show this functional knowledge I am having, and I have automated this flow with the different combination of data. Okay, so data will be there. I mean, there are too many parameters available, even if you are calling it as SD and this end-to-end flow, but there are too many parameters available. So you can tell them that this is what I have automated with the different sets of data, and I have worked on this particular model for 2 years. Obviously, you may have to build your understanding on each and every parameter which we are using there. Okay, so that is again, you have to spend some time on it, understanding the functionality. You will get some videos over the YouTube, or you can follow the documentation as well. So if you do
Okay.
this, then it will definitely give a big boost for your job search, whether you are looking if you are looking for the SAP to.
My question was that only. I'm not
Mhm.
completely looking for SAP Tosca or Salesforce or anything. It's just like I'm blindly learning the Tosca automation, okay? But that
Yeah.
Tosca automation, we can apply it on any other applications or anything like that, right? It's
Yes.
not something
Yes.
like
Yes.
SAP or Salesforce is compulsory that we should know to
No,
learn
no, no, no.
Tosca.
It is not. Any application you can automate. It is not specific to SAP or Salesforce, or not specific to BI. So
Okay,
any kind
fine.
of application, irrespective of their domain, irrespective of the platform on which that particular application is built on, irrespective of that, you can automate anything using the Tosca. The functional
Okay.
understanding definitely will vary. If you are in the Salesforce domain, you will be having the Salesforce knowledge. If you are having you are in SAP, you will be having the SAP knowledge. But in the industry, even if you have the Tosca strong knowledge, they are considering that you will be able to automate SAP. And believe me, in my case also similar situation. I were in the similar situation. I worked on the Salesforce. I worked on the desktop application, but I did not have the SAP knowledge that time. But I was in the situation where I can automate each and everything in the Tosca. So that's the reason they considered that I can work on the SAP, and I got the opportunity to work on the SAP. That's it. So yeah, this is the trend in the industry. It is always good to have the skill which we are going to automate. But if the primary requirement is for the Tosca, they will consider for you to automate the SAP. They will assign the SAP project as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Uh, Good evening, sir. I've got one
Uh,
question.
yes.
So regarding this Tosca session, so you're going to cover AS1, AS2, TDS1,
Yes.
and TDS2, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But you're going
API
to do
also,
it,
TDS2, along with that API as well, we are going to cover, and AE1 as well.
okay. So you're going to do it with SAP and Salesforce
Uh,
or any
Mostly
web
it will be a
application?
web application. Again, SAP, Salesforce is a web application. So if you know how to automate web application, there is 99.99% it is the same. Okay, automating any web application or automating any SFDC, Salesforce.com application. Um, Talking about the difference between automating web application and SAP application, there is hardly 4-5% difference. Is there? As Tosca is providing some standard modules, okay, the SAP standard module, so there is slightly 4-5%, I would suggest difference. But if you know the Tosca, then there will not be any challenge to automate any application.
Okay, because I've got some colleagues who has completed this TOSCA certification, and
Hmm.
based on the AS1 and AS2, they do
Hmm.
have practice questions for a website called Demo Shop, something like that.
Hmm.
But then I wanted to know if for this particular course you are going to focus on Salesforce or SAP. So that's
Uh,
my concern. I want to learn how to automate Salesforce and SAP. So if you're going to do that, we are going to practice for the demo app, then it's going to be different. So I want to know how you're going to proceed with that.
Yeah. So, see, mostly our focus will be on 60%, 70% on web application, which will cover the SFDC as well, Salesforce, and 30%, 25, 30% it will be a SAP. So first we need to learn the Tosca, how exactly Tosca works. If you know that, then again, pardon me if I'm repeating the same thing again, but you will also realize it after 15, 20 days. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So important is to understand Tosca, and then if you have the functional understanding of any application, any technology, any domain, then you will not face any kind of challenge, because there are n number of technologies, n number of domains available, and everyone will not be familiar with those, right? So the primary skill here will be in any kind of interview you are facing, it will be a Tosca, okay? And they will mention that good to have the SAP or Salesforce, whatever it is, Salesforce or SAP. So obviously, if you are facing that interview, we have to understand how exactly these tools are, what is the feature of this, and couple of end-to-end flows functionality. If you just understand, then you can just deliver it during the interview. So we are going to have the web application and the SAP mostly.
Hi Sharvil, Sarita here.
I
So
said,
you mentioned 60% of web application. That means we will be covering here end to end, right? And until the data driven and the test report generating, we will cover all these
yes,
things
everything we are going to cover. Yeah.
for the web application, right?
Yes, yes, right.
Okay. And the Salesforce, I don't know, I don't have any knowledge on the Salesforce, but Salesforce is also like a web application, is it?
Yes, it is a web application only.
Okay. That part also we'll be touching here, is it?
See, I would like to clear one important thing here. We are
Mm-hmm.
not going to cover any technology, functionality of any technology. It is whether it is SFDC or SAP. As I
Mm-hmm.
discussed earlier, for the SAP, we are considering some extra topics. End-to-end flow we are going to automate, but that will not be a case for SFDC. As we are already spending 60% of time on automating any web application, so SFDC is also web application. And as Salesforce is one of the customized tool, every industry, whether it is in oiling industry or telecom domain or pharmaceutical or any industry, this SFDC feature and their functionality will vary as per the industry. So each and every functionality we cannot cover. The significance terminologies will be they would be using differently. So we are not going to cover that particular part. And for the SAP, there are some standard process like creating the sales order. Means standard modules are there like SD I said, right? And end-to-end flow. That end-to-end part we are going to cover. So functionality wise, if you ask me what exactly we are going to cover, the features of the Tosca, all the features of the Tosca, we are going to have I mean, several applications, demo applications we have. On
Mm-hmm.
those, we will be doing the practice, which I'm going to provide you during the training session for over there. Also, you can do the practice. And for the SAP, we will be having one end-to-end flow, a couple of end-to-end flow we are going to automate. If okay, if
Mm-hmm.
time permits, and if anyone is interested in automating any specific flow,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of our course, once we complete all our topics, because priority will be that one. So
Mm-hmm.
one flow, extra flow we will automate.
Okay. Okay.
Because in the SAP, whatever the trial license we are going to get for the SAP, that also we are going to provide you. There are limited features available. So whatever I have explained you in SD module, creating the sales order and creating the PGI post code issue and then billing part, that is the only part we are going to get in the trial version. If
Oh,
if there is a demand in automating any extra flow, then definitely I would not mind to automate or to cover that topic as well. But from that person, I would require some data because SAP is based on the data only. Data mining is important over there. So if you do
okay.
not have the data, then you will not be able to proceed ahead with any end-to-end data. We have to connect separately and we have to get the data and we can automate it. So during the call only, but to get the data and to understand the flow as well, we have to connect and we I will not mind to automate that part or to cover that particular end-to-end flow as well.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
And the second one is regarding the class timings, right? I stay in Singapore, so
yeah,
it's a 2.5 plus 2 Indian time.
yeah.
So can we, I mean, change to bit early or cannot?
A bit early it will be a difficult because most of the people are here in the from the Indian region. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
so
mm-hmm,
I got to know from my team that most of the people are working professionals. So generally our time I mean 7, 8 till 7, 8 we complete our work and we hardly get some time to join the session and all. So before
okay,
that, it will be a very difficult. Okay, I'm also working professional, and for me
okay,
also it will be a difficult to shift the timing bit early. So
okay.
yeah, this is.
So
But I
it's a
think
fixed
if
timing, right?
possible for you, yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, so that fixed timings 8:30 to 9:30 IST, is it?
Yeah, 8:30 to 9:30, and on Monday we are going to decide if most of the people are agreed to have the session on 8:30, then we will stick to this plan.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
But you need not to worry, as you are going to have the recording sessions, you are going to get the access of the recording session for throughout. I mean, for your lifetime access, we are going to provide you, so you can refer those videos if you miss any session. And at any point of time, if you are having any issue, then you can reach out to me over the WhatsApp. My number is
okay,
already there in the group.
Okay, if it is a fixed like 8:30 means I mean try to join this time.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
ahead means cannot possible like around 9:30 9 starting class means it's not
No,
possible.
no, no. It will be mostly 8:30 only. 90%, 99, 95% it will be 8:30 only. But still,
Okay,
you
okay.
can, uh, means in the on Monday, by that time we will be having the count of student, and on Monday we will discuss what is the time convenient for each and everyone, and then accordingly we will be going to decide. But 99% it will be 8:30 to 9:30 only.
Okay, Ken. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, hi Shaivat. I have one doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, see, actually, we are which version we are going to be here? Which version we are going to be work on?
More version.
24. So,
Yeah.
okay, like other than that, I have more questions. See here, we have related AI related features also available in the Tosca, right? It's like Copilot, something it is there, right? That also you are going to be teaching us.
No, yesterday I discussed about the Copilot feature, which is I mean, not available in the trial license. So we are not going to cover that one, Copilot.
Okay,
It is not
okay,
available actually in the trial version. That's the reason.
oh, okay. One more question, last question. So
Yeah.
DX, you told right DX related, like how it will be possible? Like I have one of my friends was working in the like in Tosca. So presently I'm working like I work on Selenium with Java and all, and manual
Mm-hmm.
testing and AP testing. I have an experience.
Mm-hmm.
So like here DX, my friends is telling like that it's not possible to practice like that in the DX related things like that they told me. So how it will be like we are going to be practice for DX and Jenkins. You didn't cover Jenkins also.
Yeah.
You're going to cover Jenkins.
Yes. So, yeah, at the end of the session, I will show you one activity which I have automated. So that activity is just, I mean, we have to automate that particular activity, and after that, it is just a matter of adding the batch file into the Jenkins. So we will real. I mean, Jenkins is not part of this training session, but if time permits, definitely I will cover that part as well. We just have to provide the batch file and we just have to trigger the build accordingly. We just have to schedule. But yeah, if not Jenkins, but definitely from the task scheduler, which is Windows feature, that a part I'm going to cover as a part of this training session. And Dex, you ask, right? So distribution execution also we are going to cover. There are, I mean, multiple settings available with AOS automation object services without AOS. So again, for the automation object service, there are some limitations with the trial version, but without AOS, we are going to cover. I'm going to demonstrate it practically how exactly it will work. And with AOS part, we are going to cover it theoretically. Because for that we have to install the license server as well, and that if server is installed, I mean agent and both server are installed on same machine, the configuration issues are happening. I tried a lot on to do it on single machine, but that is not successful. So without AOS, without automation object service, that distribution execution implementation I'm going to demonstrate it. And for the entry level, if you do not have the knowledge, that will be a more than sufficient. Even if you explain the AOS, that will be a more than sufficient. So no one is going to ask you in detail, and no one is going to ask you to implement it during the interview. Okay, so you just have to explain the step by step, and that we are going to cover during the sessions.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, then shall we start with the remaining topics, next topics? I hope no one is having any question now. Okay, I'll take it as a no then. Okay, so yeah, if we talk about the history of the Tosca, it is a leading continuous test automation platform developed by the Tricentis team, and it is a software testing solution. I mean, Tricentis is specializing in providing the software testing solutions, and the history is uh, tied closely to the Tricentis growth and innovations in the field of test automation. So, found this particular organization, Tricentis Foundation. was done in Vienna, Australia, and the Wolfgang Plates is the founder, one of the founder member of the company. And in 2006, they have rolled out one model-based testing, which is nothing but the Tosca. And in 2010, they have implemented or rolled out with the API testing and mobile testing, SAP testing, and risk-based testing features. And then later they expanded the organization into US, Europe, and Asia. So let's not spend much time on this particular part. It is just theoretical one. But yeah, I would like to focus on this particular feature, which is nothing but the self-healing feature, which they have rolled out in the 2023, okay, 2023, 2024, in between that. So this particular feature is really very helpful. So example, if I give the example, let's suppose I have automated any particular web element using the ID, okay, and if that particular ID is changed from 1 to ID 2, okay, during next build, it can happen, right? The properties of any element may change. So this particular self-healing feature will work very effectively over there. It will try to find out any other properties, and it will automate, or it will identify the web element that particular control and perform the operation on it. So yes, this self-healing feature was the a very important feature they have rolled out in during the 2023-2024. And then they have expanded the platform for the integration with the Azure DevOps, then Jira, Selenium, and Kubernetes as well. Um, Recently, Tricentis have rolled out this new feature, which is test automation, Tricentis test automation for the SaaS applications. And these are the some of the popular automation testing tools. Okay, most of them are Postman. You might have heard about the for the API automation. SOAP API, SOAP UI is there. Tricent is one of them. Jmeter is also there for performance testing and API testing. We are using Selenium. Everyone is aware about it. And Catalan is also one of the competitor for the Tricentis. If you consider SAP automation, so Catalan and Workday. Okay, so we are going to see the advantages and disadvantages, how Tricentis Tosca is overcoming all the features which are their competitors are providing, and why to choose the Tricentis Tosca only. So yeah, why to choose the Tosca? It is a model-based test automation tool. Support is available. Okay, it's supporting the various technologies we already discussed. 160 plus technology it is supporting. No scripting required and high reusability. So this is the most important feature of the Tosca. So high reusability. Each and everything which is available, every component which is available in the Tosca, 90% of them we can reuse. Whether it is module attributes, or if it is test steps, or it is tested blocks, each and everything we can reuse it. So once we are achieving the maximum reusability, there we are eventually reducing our maintenance as well. So later, whenever some changes are happening in the SUT system under test, that time we may have to do changes in thousands of tests. But if we are achieving the reusability, then we may have to do the change in one or two places, and everywhere it will reflect automatically. So that is the very strong feature of the Tosca, maximum reusability we are going to achieve. So yeah, support is there, scalability, again, we can automate each and everything as I explained earlier, and comprehensive test management features like TCD. So this TCD, test case design section for the data-driven testing and or data parameterization, I would say. The reporting feature is available that we are going to see at the end of the session. Okay, I'll demonstrate how exactly we can automate and up to what extent we can automate our test cases. Okay, defect manage is also inbuilt feature available. So Vision AI recently they have implemented. Okay, this Vision AI is basically, I mean, if we fail to identify any control using the methods which Tricentis Tosca in the Tosca available, whether it is identifying by property, identifying any control by anchor or index or image. If that fails, then Vision AI engine they have provided. Basically, it will try to identify any control in the image form. Okay, they will consider it as an image, and then it will convert that image into the web element. Okay, web element. So if it is stable, okay, so Tosca, this Vision AI engine will capture the image of it, and then it will convert into the Tosca web element. So in the trial version, there is a limitation. We will not be able to cover this topic, but this is important feature of the Tosca. This is one of the engine available in the Tosca. Self-healing, we already discussed about it. And yeah, these are the testing types which we can cover. It is functional, if it is UI, then API also, system integration, then regression testing. So most important thing of any automation activity, if you start automating any activity, the purpose initially, okay, when automation invented, that time the purpose of or automating anything, it was for the regression. But nowadays, the companies or focus is shifting from automating the UI testing as well, the unit level testing as well, and all. So yeah, for each and every type of testing, Tosca is supporting. So we can definitely utilize the Tosca's feature in this kind of testing wherever we require. So yes, if you know, I mean, in the Selenium, we need to have the knowledge of any kind of Perl, Ruby, Python, C Sharp, Java, or those technical languages. Knowledge we should have. Apart from that, one important thing is that framework is also important. Somewhere they may ask Cucumber, somewhere Page Factory, Page Object Model. These kind of frameworks are available. So we never know, right? Which kind of framework they are using. So that is the reason the speed in automating the cases in Selenium is slower. Okay. If we compare with the Tosca, there is no such a framework available. Okay. Framework is not available. And most important thing, we need not to have any programming knowledge. Okay. And above, on top of this, the reusability is again playing very important role, and that is the reason we are able to speed up our automation activities. So I consider if I'm automating 10 test cases with the Selenium in, let's suppose, 40 days, but I'll be able to automate these 10 test cases in the Tosca in 10 days or 5 to 10 days. Okay. So that is the uh, basic advantage of the Tosca. So here we can say that even if the Tosca cost is high cost is assigned with the Tosca license, but it is again justifying that particular cost whenever we are considering the speed of automating any kind of application. Okay, so that is important thing we need to highlight it. Uh, so 60% less test maintenance is there. If you compare the Tosca with other tools, 75% faster regression cycle, 80% reusable test coverage, and it scales across SAP and non-SAP applications as well. So yeah, that is most important thing with respect to Tosca. Now, yesterday we already discussed about these potential drawbacks, high license cost, right? So we have to know the features of the Tosca definitely. If the reusability is there and if the framework is already defined, then obviously there are some features, more features, functional functions will be associated with. So that understanding we need to have so that we can definitely be able to achieve the maximum readability. We have to achieve the maximum readability as well, and we have to automate any kind of application in terms of considering the maintenance as well. In future, we have to reduce. If you have to reduce the maintenance, then we need to understand the maximum features of the Tosca. Resource heavy setup also one of the drawback. Each and everything we have to set up on our server, whether it is server, TDS or distribution execution. We have to install the agents if you are if you are implementing the distribution execution and all. So dependency on the support team is available. Okay, support team dependency is there because very less knowledge base articles are available on open source platform. Earlier it was not there, but nowadays if you just Google it, at least co-pilots or any chat GPT kind of such a Gen AI tools going to help you. Okay, and yeah, as the high cost is associated with it, so for the small project it will be considered as a heavy one. Now, why this is most important thing I would like to highlight here for the SAP. Why SAP only, or why Tosca only for the SAP automation? So recently, Tricentis in 2024, Tricentis and SAP has done some strategic partnership, okay, where they are doing some inventions, if SAP is rolling out new features, so Tosca, they will inform the Tricentis team, this is what we are going to rolled out in our upcoming release. So you can check whether it is possible to automate in the Tosca or not, and if it is not, then try to implement in Tosca. So that kind of strategic partnership they have done. So you can see Tricent is selected first ever partner for the SAP Activate. So, and that is the reason we are going to get some free license or access of SAP as well. So using the Tricentis credentials only, we will be able to get the access of that, where you can explore the functionality. If you do not have any understanding over the SAP, you will be able to explore it by your own at your home as well. So that particular file, I am going to provide you exe installation file, and the access also we are going to provide you. Okay, so you need
For
not
ACP
worry
tool,
about.
how many days are you giving the access?
For the SAP, the access fee, I guess it will be a lifetime. Means I have been using it since last 8, 9 months. So same credentials I have been using, and there is no issue I have faced it.
Okay.
They have not mentioned any the deadline or timeline for the SAP access, but yeah, it will be available. At least means I can say for the over the 9 years, 9 months I am using it. More than 9 months I am using it, so you will be getting the access for that period at least. Okay, so yeah, and this particular Tosca automates the SAP GUI, SAP Fury as well, handle the dynamic elements effectively, and support complex business processes and their workflows. So that is the advantage of the Tosca. And you might be aware, I'm not sure whether you are aware about it. SAP is one of the oldest ERP tool, okay, and it is widely used across all the organization. So if you ask me how many organization, we cannot call all of them, but if you know Fortune 500 companies, okay, Fortune 500 companies, out of them, 90% of the companies are using SAP. And wherever it is SAP, then definitely they will think of Tosca to automate the their processes. Okay. And yeah, this is the big advantage of SAP and Tosca, Tricentis Tosca, their strategic partnership. And SAP also, if you just go through the SAP, their website as well. So they are promoting the Tosca for the automation. So I mean, they are also feeling that Tosca is the most reliable tool to automate the SAP flows. And obviously, the means automating the SAP or testing the SAP application, the manual activities or manual testing activities are time consuming because there are too many data, too many test cases and complex processes are there. So that is the reason it is time consuming and error prone area as well. So that is the reason we have to consider. I mean, they are also trusting the Tosca for the automation. Yeah, this is what I mean. ChatGPT have given the response to me. How many Fortune 500 companies are using it? So approximately 94% of the Fortune 500 companies are using the SAP. And this is just Fortune 500 company I'm talking, but across the world, not 500 companies, it will be a 5 lakhs companies available. We do not have exact count how many companies are using the SAP, but believe me, many companies are using SAP, and that is the reason why Tosca is the only option. So why Tosca is the only option? So these are the competitors. Why I'm again and again repeating why Tosca only. So these are the competitors which are automating the SAP, which are supporting the SAP. Workshop is one of them, and the catalog is important. Selenium is there, but there are very limited access with the Selenium by using the external add-ons. Okay, and again, I mean, understanding of the coding knowledge is also associated with. That is the reason it is least priority tool. But UFT, okay, workshop and catalog. These are the widely or known tools in the industry, along with the Tricentic Tosca. If you just compare what are the features they are offering in order to automate the SAP, so this is the comparison you can see. It supports SAP GUI. If you Tosca is supporting GUI, okay, Catalan is again not supporting, and UFT is supporting. And model-based testing. So Tosca is supporting model-based testing, but Worksoft is not supporting Catalan and then UFT. So here only the time is going to increase to build our understanding on the features of the these two. Again, I heard about the UFT. UFT, it is I guess supporting the VB scripting. If I'm not wrong. And yes, also AI smart maintenance, it is not there with the Worksoft, it is there with the UFT. And here is the doubt, okay, whether it is available in the catalog or not. Performance testing, it is available. Neoload is one of the Tricentis tool. Recently Tricentis have acquired this Neoload tool. So using that also we can do the performance testing, which is available in Workshop but not available in the catalog. Okay, and data validation, we can do the data validation here, but it is again not available in the UFT. It is available in catalog. CI/CD integration is available in all the tools. So if we just simply focus on these three, four tools, over these three, four tools, we can see some advantage. Okay, Tosca is having some advantages over it. And also, I got to know that Worksoft is also, a good tool. I heard about it, but the cost of this Worksoft tool is more than Tricentis Tosca. So that is the reason in my organization also some of the project client is shifting from Workshop to Tosca because of the high readability and high usability feature of the Tosca. So these are the some Tricentis tools which are available in the market. This Tricentis Tosca is obviously one of them. Qtest for the test management, and then Neoload for the performance testing, and for mobile automation, it is Tosca Mobile and Testing Mobile. And for the data integrity is there. So these are the well-known Tricentis, some of the Tricentis product. Now, coming to the next topic, hardware requirement for the Tosca part. So this will be a last slide, and after that, I am going to demonstrate the flow. So minimum hardware requirement for the Tosca installation, if you are having the iCore dual core i5 2.4 gigahertz, it is good. RAM for 8 GB is sufficient. Recommended 16 GB. If you are having 4 GB as well, you will be able to install the Tosca, but again the performance will reduce. But for the trial version, if you are having your old laptop, 4 GB you can install it over there. But again, if you install Tosca and if you are already having few of the softwares available over there, then Tosca will be will not work smoothly over there. 10 GB hard disk, 1.5 GB on system drive installation for the caching data purpose, and this is not correct one. 40 Mbps, 20 Mbps is sufficient speed. Network speed is sufficient. Any doubt till here? Any doubt? Okay, I'll take it as a no. And let's quickly finish last. Only one slide is left. So yeah, before we start with the Tosca automation, one important thing we have to make sure that we are having the Tosca extension. We have to install the Tosca extension on our browser, whether it is Chrome or if it is Edge browser, whatever the browser we are using, there we have to make sure that we are going to have this extension installed on machine. Okay, and it should show the status as this. All these things we are going to cover in our training session. So. Uh, Once we start, we will discuss about it. And yeah, Windows 10, Windows 11, we can, if you have the Windows 10, Windows 11, we can install over there. For the multi-user database mode, LDAP integration and data management, it supports, okay, supported technology, desktop operating systems. Microsoft SQL Server editions, these are the versions are supported, Azure SQL database and Oracle as well. So this is about some basic introductions which I wanted to share with you all. Please let me know if you have any doubt with this. Otherwise, I'll show you one, interesting thing as I promised earlier.
Savil,
Yeah,
sorry to interrupt you. Are you saying SAP is the most important tool? If I know the Tosca, then I can directly apply for SAP testing. Is it fine? Yeah,
uh,
I need to know more about SAP.
SAP functionality
Anyone can
understanding
get
you need to.
SAP. Okay,
Yeah, so SAP functionality understanding we need to have a bit, not in detail for the entry level. So that
okay,
particular functionality part we are going to cover one with one end-to-end flow. Okay, so
okay.
obviously, I mean, by yourself also you need to put extra efforts in understanding the functionality. You have to go through some documents or YouTube videos about the functionality. But even if you just ask the ChatGPT will give you the hundreds of test cases around that
Okay.
particular feature. So you need not to worry much about it. For the entry level, you can show 2 3 years of experience, 2 years of experience with the SAP Tosca.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So now I have automated.
So
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
got one question. So
Yes.
normally for SAP we have lots of modules. So is there any specific modules that we have to go through since I'm new to SAP before
Sales and distribution.
attending this course?
Sales and distribution we are going to cover.
Okay.
Where we will be creating one sales order. Okay, I'll just repeat it quickly. Sales order we are going to cover. Then we will be just doing the outbound delivery. Okay, outbound delivery, and then we will transfer the order, and then post code issue. Once receiver receive the delivery, then it will be a post code issue, and then invoicing and all. So this particular flow we are going to cover as a part of SAP functionality understanding. And this is the
Yes,
only thing.
Shervil, is it in Shervil?
Yes,
Is it in GUI screen or Fieri screen?
no,
Because there
GUI,
is a
GUI.
difference between the two screens, GUI screen and Fieri screen. Because Fieri it is a tiles, right? Here there is no T codes we are using. So
Yes.
that is the reason
In
there
the
is a difference between the
No,
two.
no, Fury is also supporting the T codes where we can enter the T codes, and it is also supporting, but it will be a GUI screen. Whatever the flow we are going to automate, it will be a GUI screen on.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, yes. So the flow which I have automated, I'll just explain you. I have automated. I mean, I have handled the web application. Okay, web app, one web app. Sorry, one web application I have handled. And once it is done, I'm just opening and closing it. And once it is done, one desktop application I have automated. And in third task, I have handled creating the sales order in SAP. Sales order in SAP. Okay. Once it is done, I'm generating the report automatically, and then after that I'm sending the email to the client as well. Okay, so this flow I have automated, and this is what I am going to teach you as well during our training session as well. Not only this, there are some extra features, additional topics as well. This is just 10%. Okay, I would say 10-20%, I would say. But on top of this also, we are having too many features in the Tosca that also we are going to explore it. So that I will just show you now. So you can see this is my inbox. Okay, no emails. Email is not available here. And I will just now show you here. It will generate one report file. Okay, which is again in the PDF format. And this report file I'm going to attach in one email. This email box is completely empty now. And once email is exported, so I mean report is exported, Tosca will send the email to this particular receiver, or we can say for the time being we can say to the client. Okay, so I will just execute the test case now. So this is one of the feature, which is nothing but we are calling it as a TC shell. So TC shell scripting, using that we can interact with the Tosca commander. Whatever the operations we are able to do by opening the Tosca commander, similar kind of operation we are able to do from the command prompt. So this is kind of command prompt for the Tosca operations. So now you can see it is checking the license from the backend only. We have not opened the Tosca commander anywhere. We have just triggered the batch file. So this is going to take three minutes of time, complete execution. Now you can see the web application is launched. It will enter the username and password here. I have added the synchronization settings, explicit wait or dynamic wait we can see here. Till the time page is loading, it is taking time. So to avoid the failure here, so those synchronization settings, what are the synchronization, I mean techniques available in the Tosca that we will discuss. Now, once login is done, this is the e-commerce application which we are going to use it for our automation activities. Uh, so it is a demo application only. The web application is done. It will open the desktop application here. For the desktop activity, I have considered the calculator, Windows calculator. So it is doing the addition, and it will now close the uh, calculator, and then it will launch the SAP GUI application, where it will create the sales order and all by entering the T code, by handling all the screens, entering the data on the in those screens. So till the time I will just open.
Are you running suit without opening Tosca tool, right?
Yes, yes, I'm running the suite without opening the Tosca
Is
tool.
it head? Uh, I didn't remember. Headless testing
No,
like
no,
that?
no. Headless testing. Yeah, no, yeah. Before that, I just wanted to show the report is
Okay.
generated now. You can see here, automatic
Yes.
report has been generated, and here I will just refresh. Now you can see the email we have received, regression status report, which is having 29.5. So you can see the execution is completed now. Check-in all finished. We have done the check-in all. We have updated our code, and now it is done. So I will simply open the Tosca commander now, and I will show you the current log, which is 2929, right? So there we will be having the idea about the execution. And if I just simply open the report as well, so here we can see our execution is three test cases I have triggered. Execution is 100% completed, and this is the demonstration in the pie chart, and these are the test cases which we have triggered. You can see the timing as well, 9:26, 9:28, and yeah, 9:28, 9:28 only. So within 1 minute, this particular step got executed. This test case got executed. So this flow we have automated in last my previous batch. So how to do this? How to interact? I mean, how to implement email part? How to implement um, TC shell and all we are going to it. But again, those are the advanced level topics. For the entry level, no one is going to ask about those questions. for the entry level interviews. But yeah, if you are having 10, 15 years of experience already in the automation or in the IT industry, then they may expect some advanced level topics. So this particular knowledge is good to have. So this is the execution list. You can see 20, 21, 26, the timing of the exit 21, 26, 21, 28, 21, 28, and today's date is there. So this one which I have executed recently. Okay. So with this note, I would like to conclude today's session. Please let me know if you still have any doubts, or we can conclude today's
Just
session.
last doubt.
Yeah.
Here is the report. If any test case is failed, then how are to can I see the screenshot or exception here for
Yes, yes,
root
we can
cause?
see. Yes, yes, we can see
Okay.
it. Each and everything. This is just one sample report. There are 4 types of reports available in detail logs. Detail logs. One of the report is
And
available
also
where
recording also provide
which
recording of that.
recording?
If we run all the suit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That record also session also recorded.
That particular means to record it, the screenshot. To record the screenshot, we are having one feature, a separate feature available.
Okay.
We have to enable it. Also, if you want
Okay.
to capture any screenshot, wherever you are doing the
Yes.
verification kind of
Yes.
thing, you can capture the screenshot of that verification part.
Okay.
Yeah. So the screenshot module is available, standard module is available. So that time, I mean that module you can use it there.
Okay. Thank you
So
so
yes,
much.
yeah. Before we log off, I mean I would request everyone to just I mean I said this in the previous session as well. We are having the limited seats available and those are filling fast. So please go ahead and book your seat so that you can get most out of this training session and you can start your journey with the Tosca. So thank you for joining today's session and taking
Uh,
some time out. Yeah. Anyone is have any doubt?
I just have one quick question.
Yes.
Like, I don't know anything about SAP. I just wanted to learn Tosca more. So,
Mhm.
in every class, you'll be teaching SAP and Tosca or just Tosca?
No, for the initial 20 days, 2024, 4 days, it will be a completely web application testing. So if you are working on your, I mean, as you are working, right? So you can
Uh-huh.
show that experience for automation experience with your domain. You can club your Tosca automation expertise with your domain.
Okay, but mostly you'll be doing it on web-based service, right?
Yes, yes. 70% it will be a web application and 30% it will be a SAP application.
Okay, because today's class it was mostly like SAP, so I was little concerned.
No, no. So first, again, I mean, we need to understand how exactly Tosca works. If you are not aware, then again, you will face the challenges to automate everything. So that is the important thing. And base we need to cover first, basics of the Tosca.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have little bit of knowledge on Tosca, but
Yeah,
yeah, I don't have anything about SAP, so I was just
yeah.
questioning.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
need to worry about it. If you're
Oh,
focusing on the Tosca, then that will be the primary thing. Without that, we are not going to go ahead.
okay. Got
So,
it.
yeah,
Okay.
focus will be on
Sounds
Tosca.
good. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all for joining. Uh, have a good day and a good night. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shabul. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Good night.